Tell me a little bit about the threads.
Yeah, so threads are really an amazing thing, and it's something really not a lot of doctors have like jumped on board to do. What the thread does is really suspend the skin. And there's two kinds of threads. There's threads we call barbed threads, and you would think of it almost like the stem of a rose that has thorns. Those threads are introduced underneath the skin, and then when we pull them, they engage
with a needle.
With a cannula.
So how is that thread put into under the skin?
So the thread already comes packaged inside a cannula, and a cannula is very different than a needle. It looks like a needle, but it's basically round at the end. So we actually make like an insertion point. Let's say it's up here on the high end of the cheek with a needle, and then we insert the cannula. So the cannula, as it's going through the skin and underneath the skin, is actually just pushing stuff out of the way. It's not cutting as it goes through, so it's not an uncomfortable or painful procedure. When we insert the cannula to its end point, we pull the cannula out, and that thread basically stays engaged in the skin, and then it would help to lift the skin. That's one kind of thread, which is called the barbed thread. The second kind of thread is what we call smooth or twisted, and those are placed more almost in like a hashtag symbol, and it helps to support the skin. So anywhere there's like an indentation, we could put several threads, and they work amazing for the neck to help basically support that loose and sagging skin.
And these treatments last approximately how long?
So the thread that basically is underneath the skin, what the thread does is basically stimulates collagen. So we're placing the thread underneath the skin, you're getting some immediate effect, but that thread is basically building collagen over time. In 3 to 4 months, that thread disappears, it basically dissolves, but the collagen that it's stimulated will usually last anywhere between a year to a year and a half. So the effect of these threads are really a year to a year and a half. The beauty of these threads is that you could place threads on top of each other. So you could do it now, you could come back in 2 months, come back in 4 months, and just keep placing more and more threads because you're building more and more collagen, which is going to improve the skin tone and the skin texture just by having more collagen in the area.